Before he was called as a general authority, James E. Talmage was considered a great authority on a number of subjects, including some science areas. He did a study of the Great Salt Lake, for instance, some other things he's written about. And he was a university president, and he was a scholar on religion. And he had done a series of classes on the life of the Savior. President Joseph F. Smith and his counselors asked him to write up, using his notes for his class, a book on the life of the Savior, a Mormon LDS-related book, one that could be used, and instead of Farrar and some of the non-LDS authorities on the Savior's life. Well, Talmage started on it, but he never got much time to do it. He was so busy. Finally, he got called as a member of the Quorum of the 12, and was specifically assigned a room in the temple to write this book. And so he sat down and wrote the book, Jesus the Christ, the classic. It's still used by our missionaries and many people throughout the world and our faith. Wonderful book. The original version of it, written in the temple, is handwritten, and that manuscript is still at the church archives. For years, the manuscript that the book was printed from went missing until John Talmage died, his youngest son, many years ago. And the family found a pillowcase wrapped in twine, which actually had the printer's manuscript inside. There's a little water damage and so on to it. I've tried to protect the title page by putting it in a sheet. But Talmage's notes are in here throughout the book. You can see all the handwritten stuff is his, and the typewritten material is his too. He typewrote this in the temple when he got done with the original manuscript. And this was important because every word that he changed and so on only appears in the first edition of this book. And so we know that it was the manuscript that the book actually was printed from. Significant book, tells from our standpoint the life of the Savior. When I was at the MTC years ago, I had fun sharing parts of the manuscript with the missionaries, and they really ate it up because they still had the book in their, in their collection of books they took with them. Talmage, I think, is still the greatest non-scriptural authority for Latter-day Saints on the life of the Savior. I mean, I love Bruce R. McConkie, but this is still my favorite.